that's pretty good.
Yep, I think it looks good.
Don't look at that.
Okay, yeah.
Look at that. I have to put a little sticky here. Okay. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Danny Taylor, and I have with me Natalie Matthews today, whom if you've listened to the podcast ever, you've probably heard me mention her about a half a dozen times. Here she is live in the flesh.
Hey guys.
We are here in Chicago. We've been working at the Chicago Fit Expo, and it's been a blast. We've been at the vegan bodybuilding booth.
It's been really fun.
This is the end of day one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But since we're here together, we decided to make a video. And we are both on prep.
We are, yeah.
We're
I'm
both-
actually a week out.
From
Junior National, so my third show of the season, my second national show of this season, so yeah.
both in prep and we're both traveling. You're in peak week.
Yep. Peak week day number 2, so yeah.
So we wanted to just talk a little bit about what it's like to be traveling while you're on prep, and you've traveled a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been traveling, like this past 2 months, I've probably been in 4 or 5 different states. I even lost count.
What is that like traveling and prepping now versus 4 weeks ago? Like, what have you learned over the last month?
I learned a lot because I thought that I could prep certain things that would hold up for a few days, but then I learned, like, you never know what's gonna happen when you're at the airport. You might be there for longer, and then your ice packs don't last that long. Things tend to like start smelling weird, and then you don't want to eat them after you spend all this time prepping them. So I learned certain vegetables keep better than others. Like, for example, I was using Brussels sprouts at the beginning because they cook and they last very long while I'm at home. But when you're traveling, if the temperature's fluctuating a lot, like, they just get nasty.
Yeah, they do smell a little funky
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Same with cauliflower rice. Perfect prep-friendly food. Like, it fills you up, high volume, but then it just stinks like vomit when you open it. If it's been at room temperature, it just sucks. Yeah.
I found the same thing with asparagus. It's a firm vegetable. You'd think it would stand up, and the texture kind of does, but it gets like slimy. It gets a coating after like 2 days.
Yeah.
Not palatable, but sometimes when you're prepping, you end up having to eat it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a choice at that point.
So I learned quickly, because I'm a person that really likes to enjoy my food. That's what I pride myself on, especially while in prep. Like, I want to show how fun food can be. Like, it doesn't have to be your standard bro stuff.
It doesn't have to be like a depressing bowl of crap.
No, I've learned to adapt based on like my lifestyle. So now that I'm traveling a lot, like things like green beans are keeping so good. Tofu, like grilling or air frying your tofu keeps amazing. Buying things like tofurkey deli slices and things like I did on my last year prep, I would be hooked on these Light Life deli slices. You can find them at almost any Whole Foods. Any major city will have a Whole Foods, or Trader Joe's now carries them for really cheap actually. So I carry those with me just like as an emergency snack, or I'll pack a lot of vegan jerky with me, which is very convenient. So yeah, just things like that, and potatoes.
Yeah.
Potatoes and rice. But if carbs are going low, then I have like this potato mash that I'm doing with carrots that are a bit lower in carbs. So.
Yeah, a couple of other tricks when you're traveling, especially if you're staying in a hotel like we are now. If you bring packets of oatmeal with you, like the individual packets, you can make oatmeal with the coffee pot that's in the room. Just brew hot water into the cup, and you could throw in a scoop of protein powder.
Yep, that's what I've been doing this whole week. Yeah, you kind of make it convenient based on your, living situations at that moment.
Any other weird like foods that you bring with you when you're traveling, or weird like food things?
Well, I'm obsessed with these brahmi beans now. I wanted to have something besides tofu and tempeh. I love tofu and tempeh, so yeah, I'll never stop eating those. But I wanted something a little bit different. I'm already meal prepping certain things, and I didn't want to meal prep a seitan loaf or anything like that. I wanted to make it very simple. So I bought these brahmi beans, which are lupini beans, and they're actually 21 grams of protein, very low in carb, and they just fit my macros perfectly.
I keep forgetting to try them. I'm really excited to try them because I love cold lupini beans, like in the pickled ones.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. They're pickled ones. They're in different flavor packets, and I actually air fried them.
Of course you did.
They get so crunchy. So whenever I'm feeling like a crunchy snack, I'll air fry those, and I'll air fry a bunch of packets and then divide them into portion sizes. So that's been a new one for me that I really, really enjoy. The jerky, I always bring blueberries. Like, I buy blueberries wherever I'm at, And even if I don't have transportation to get somewhere, I'll ask the hotel. Hotels always have fruit in the morning. And they usually have a continental breakfast too, so you can get oatmeal from your hotel, things like that that are just accessible to you.
And sometimes at certain hotels Giacomo and I have traveled to, if they don't have a fridge in the room and you talk to the hotel, they will often refrigerate your cooler for you.
Yeah.
Which is super cool of them. Weird things that I always travel with are my small fork and spoon.
Oh yeah?
Always. Yeah. Frank's Red Hot Sauce, I have a small bottle of it and I take it with me everywhere, because even if you end up eating bland food or food that's maybe not the freshest food, you can spice it up and make it fairly palatable. And gum.
Okay.
Always some kind of mint gum, because usually when you're traveling, you're gonna be talking to people and
having garlic breath from eating all these lupini beans.
Yeah.
Garlic flavor, but no shame, no shame.
So, okay, let's talk about training, because I think for a lot of people that's even harder. People can bring snacks and stuff and most people are cool with that, but like trying to get your training in while you're traveling can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so right now I've been traveling with my glute band, and it's like a very strong fabric glute band. So it's like the heaviest one you can get. And I start warming up with that if I'm doing legs. I always check the hotel gym, or I'll check if there's some other gym that I can like go to nearby. But if there's not and I'm stuck at a hotel, I'll adapt my workout to whatever I'm doing. So for example, if I need to do deadlifts, I'll go heavy enough with dumbbells and do deadlift with dumbbells, or I'll switch it over to single leg, straight leg deadlifts and things like that. So I'll adapt my workout. Obviously, I wish I could hit my workout perfectly every time, but I'd rather get my workout in than not get a workout at all. So,
and I bring my glute band, and I also bring like one of the longer bands with handles, because you can hook it around all sorts of things. Even if there's a terrible hotel gym, which a lot of them are, they have like a treadmill from 1975 and like a Swiss ball, and that's it. But you can take the band and hook it all over all sorts of things and at least get a pump going. And for a bodybuilder, sometimes getting a pump going to the body part you need to work is
all you need.
All you need. It's not like you're training for a squat competition and like you have to squat. So Giacomo is doing that. So when we travel a lot of times, we have to get to a gym. So we'll try to find the closest gym. And a lot of times you can get a free week pass if you just like call and talk to the desk, and they'll be like, go to the website and print it out. If you can do that, you can save a lot of money and get like your full workout in. And then another thing that I think people don't think about is like when you're traveling, try to stay active as much as you can. And sometimes it happens anyway. Like you're just walking around so much that you get a ton of steps in, but paying attention to that and trying to like take the scenic route to things if you can really adds up towards your like cardio goals. When you're in prep.
Yeah, especially now. Like I find that us being at the expo and staying very busy, like yes, my energy's low, but I'm so busy that I have no time to worry about like when is my next meal coming. I don't have time to think about like, oh man, I need to go rest and like I'm dragging this cardio session I have later. No, like I'm so busy, I'm just go. So just make it fun, you know, just make it fun. And if you have a chance to actually see the scenery and do things fun outside of what your specific travels, that's always fun. Because for example, when we went to the Olympia last year, during my show on peak week, I actually went hiking. I took my cardio outside and we went outside and it was amazing, like just crazy views. You know, just staying on track. Like you don't have to always be on point on your paper, you know, because some people focus so much on that brings so much stress into their lives, and that almost makes them fall off the wagon, you know. So I look at everything as a lifestyle thing. So if I'm gonna stay on track because I'm traveling and I want to enjoy myself, I'll make that fit into my lifestyle.
Yeah, so being flexible while you're traveling is really important. Like you want to have a goal and you want to stick to it, but you also need to be willing to adapt to whatever's going on around you. I think the biggest thing that people say to me when they have to travel is like, but everyone's going out to eat, like what am I supposed to do? So what have you been doing?
Well, guess what? Nobody's forcing me to do this. I am choosing to do this. And I have this bigger goal, and it's only for a little bit of time. And the people around me understand that because I've been very vocal about it since the very beginning. And if you're vocal about your goals and your dreams and your aspirations to your loved ones and friends, they will understand and support you. If they don't,
they're not really your friend.
Exactly. So usually I'll be very vocal vocal, and people around me are very supportive. And I went out with them in Philadelphia when everybody was eating, and me and Danny would bring our little Tupperware things everywhere we go. Everybody's super understanding. And when I do go out with my non-vegan or my non-bodybuilding friends that don't understand my lifestyle, I just make sure to educate them about it. Everybody's always really supportive. Another thing I do is I bring my own dish. The cool thing about flexible dieting, I don't know if you experience this, but I'll make my own food. I'll make a recipe tab on my MyFitnessPal, and I'll split it into however many servings, and then I can enjoy that food that I'm making with my friends and my family.
Yeah, so you're still partaking in the event, and nobody thinks you're being like antisocial, but you're staying on track because like you know exactly what's in it.
Exactly.
It's a really good trick.
Yeah, so you know, you did a little bit of preparation beforehand that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you just cut out your slices already pre-made.
That's exactly what I said in my diet break video.
Oh, yeah?
When I was like, so this is how I stop my family from ruining my diet, is I just make the food.
And it's just easy, and I do it pretty much like whenever we go to potlucks and things, I just make sure I do this, because even though prep is my goal and I really, really want to do good at a show, I don't want it to overtake my life, because again, it's all about lifestyle. And you know, I want to enjoy special moments with my husband. I want to enjoy date night. I want to enjoy going out with friends, and this is how I made it fit. You know, I don't want to be one of those people that says, you know, where did my life go? I just, you know.
And I think that when you kind of look at it like a puzzle, like a game, like, okay, how can I hit all my goals that I need to hit and go to this event and still be fun and social? When you start looking at it like that, if you can look at it like a puzzle, it's a lot more rewarding when you kind of like make all the pieces fit together also. And that's what creates the lifestyle.
Exactly. Like a lot of people always say, well, tracking macros is a chore. For me, I find it is like kind of fun. Like just playing around, see what different things you can find. And obviously
what kind of protein cookie can I fit in tonight?
Exactly. It's just really about making it into a lifestyle, and it takes practice, just like anything else in life. Nothing's gonna come easy, because it took, I don't know how many years for you
to actually feel like settled in it. At least like from the time I started bodybuilding, probably at least 2 to 3 years, I think, to like feel like, oh, this doesn't feel like pulling teeth anymore. This feels like my life now. This is my life now.
Exactly. I started tracking macros in 2015, and I feel like this last year and this year has been epic, because I finally got into the swing of it. You know, bodybuilding as a sport, tracking macros is what we need to do to get there. But if you're not doing this as a sport,
you don't need to be obsessive about it.
Exactly. You can loosely track and still achieve your fitness goals.
And I think a lot of, so I've had some clients that, you know, they think that, you know, because we talk about balance and all of this, what we think of as balance is probably extreme to other people, but that's because we have extreme goals. We're not trying to look like kind of fit. Mark my words, bet on this one. She's going to go to the top. I promise you that.
Thank you.
But I mean, these are extreme goals. So we're talking about balance like within an extreme goal.
Exactly.
So like if you're going out to eat, you're not like just picking out whatever you want on the menu.
Exactly, yeah. Say if I am out on the town, which hardly ever happens. Because this close to show, you just need to make everything predictable. But say 2-3 months out of a show, when I'm a little bit more flexible with my diet, I'll just look up either in Happy Cow or I'll look up in Yelp different restaurants. And some of the restaurants these days, like True Foods and things like that, you can find the menu online with the macro split. Again, I'm just very vocal about everything. I'm not ashamed to talk to my waitress or the people that are doing my food, and I'll explain to them, hey, I'm a physique athlete. This is what I do for a living. I know this question is going to be weird, but could you do this in this way? You know, like this potato, can you cook it without any oil? Because I want to go out. And like I said, I want to enjoy those moments with my friends and my family. I don't want to miss out. I want to have that balance within my, you know, extreme.
And I've said this, I grew up working in food service. The service, they don't care.
No, they just want to make the tip and want to make you happy.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's easy. They're just okay, you want us to like bake this potato? Sure. Like it's not a problem for them. So don't be afraid to speak up and ask for like your sauces on the side so you can like scoop out the right amount or whatever. That's totally, totally fine. Any other like final words of wisdom or any weird prep traveling things?
Well, I know you mentioned your sriracha thing, right?
Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, Red Hot.
Close, yeah.
So mine is nutritional yeast and PB2. I'm not a spicy person, but I love love throwing nutritional yeast on everything. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that umami effect that it has because it's a fermented food. I don't know. It just tastes good. And then the PB2 powder on my oats, it just adds a little bit of flavor and protein, and yeah, I just love it. So, more bean snacks.
She really likes bean snacks.
Yeah, I love bean snacks because these are crunchy and they're sweet. They're cacao dusted. They're really nice. Adobo, it's a Puerto Rican seasoning blend or a Caribbean seasoning blend. Really delicious. This is just salt and spices, and I like to sprinkle that on my tofu and tempeh. Just gives it a little bit extra. And then pumpkin pie spice. I use this on my oatmeal every morning, sometimes in my coffee.
Yeah, good call.
It's delicious. And if you're deep into prep and you're only doing sweet potatoes as your carb, my friend Audrey, shout out to you.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty brilliant.
It tastes like a pie. Like you're having pumpkin pie, but you're really having sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I don't think I have any other weird things that I bring. I bring like green tea, like I bring tea bags with me, and I bring packets of stevia.
Yes, I bring packets of stevia too.
You never know, you just never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
You can put it on all sorts of things.
Yeah, and surprisingly, like not a lot of coffee shops carry stevia, so I always have like the big little tub of stevia with me. I think that's it. I mean, it's just so second nature now that it's hard to.
But I think that, you know, a good like takeaway is at first when you start traveling and trying to maintain your fitness lifestyle, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be different. But just like keep at it. Don't give up. Do what you can with the situation that you're given, and every time you travel, it gets easier and easier until it's just like second nature.
Yeah, like I said, I traveled like 5 times in the last 2 months, and it just keeps getting easier and easier. And from each travel, I'm like, okay, I'll fix this for the next one, or I'll switch this out from my meal plan. I'll just switch things out to make it easier and more enjoyable for me. And planning in advance is such a big thing.
Absolutely.
I know where I'm going. I take one day out of the week and I'm saying, okay, this day I'm gonna plan what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna plan, okay, do I wanna fit? I know I'm going to the Fit Expo and I wanna try a protein bar. This day I'm gonna hit this many macros so I have enough for that protein bar. So I plan in advance to make sure that I stick to my goals, and I make sure to look up the gym situation beforehand.
Grocery store situations.
Yeah.
If we are going out to eat, I will always look up the restaurant and pick out what I'm gonna have as far in advance as I can so that I can plan the rest of my food for that day around it. Oh, I thought of a convenient snack that I bring. Nugo Slim bars.
Yes.
Not all the flavors are vegan.
Exactly.
But I think 3 or 4 of them are in that chocolate mint.
And they're pretty macro friendly too.
Yeah, it's like 17 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fat, and 18 grams of protein.
Yeah.
So for a bar, doesn't really get better than that.
And they're actually very, like, you can find them anywhere. I've seen them, I think at Walgreens stores or CVS. So you can find them anywhere. And now when you go, like now my little trick to go, I make this kind of like a fun thing now. Every time I go to a new city, I'll go to random places like gas stations, convenience stores, and find the randomest, like accidentally vegan things or things that are vegan that might be there. You'll be surprised. I don't know. I just made it into like a little challenge, and I collect things from everywhere I go.
I heard you say once that you like love going to grocery stores. I love going to grocery stores. It's like one of favorite. Me and Giacomo go nuts in grocery stores, just like combing the aisles for weird things we've never seen before. You're the first person I've ever heard say it.
Oh no, I love it. I literally will take the time to look at everything and look at the ingredient list. Every time I find something new, people are like, oh my god, I didn't even know. Well, take the time to look, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
How many things are vegan.
Absolutely.
And how easy it is these days. Like, yeah, just a little challenge, a little travel fun challenge, and I come home with my snack souvenir case.
Yeah, we collected hot sauces from every city we went to for a while.
There you go.
All right, well, if you guys want to see what we actually ate on this trip, go over and check out Natalie's channel. We did a what I eat in a day video at the Expo.
Yeah.
So on our feet, like running around like crazy all day doing talks and demos and Q&As and things like that. How did we actually hit our macros on prep? And Natalie won an ab competition, so you're gonna want to see that video also. So the channel is Fit Vegan Chef. Make sure to check it out. She puts out great content every single week. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon.
Bye.